The sun goes down, the stars come out, and all that counts is here and now. My universe will never be the same. I'm glad you came.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dover International Speedway Live here on the Sim Racing Network with the DoYourPart.org Truck Series. Got a big race coming up here tonight, 130 laps around a monster mile. But first, we're going to head down to Andy Kessler, who is standing with our pole sitter, Corbin Hemstreet. Andy?
That's right, Ben. I'm down here on pit road right before National Anthem here, trying to get a quick little talk here with Corbin Hemstreet. Corbin, fastest in practice, fastest on qualifying. You're on the pole tonight. What's it going to take to get this thing done?
Hopefully some long green flag runs. I can run a good fast lap, but on longer runs is where I really come out. Dover is such a it's such a weird track compared to what we're used to. It tightens up so much on exit, and if you don't know how to take the exits just right, after 10 laps you're just gonna be sliding all over the place. And I think after about 10-15 laps, that's where I really start to lay it down.
Sounds good. Obviously, the goal is going to stay up front as much as you can, lead as many laps as you can. Is it going to be a lot of track position games being played here tonight?
Hopefully not. Like I said, if it stays green, I can just sit where it's safe up front. That would make me really happy. I think I got like 10 or 15 points I got to make up on Rodney Kramer, and he's starting a little further back tonight. So I'm hoping I can stay up front and he can stay, right around there.
Sounds good. Well, good luck tonight, and hopefully we'll talk to you in Victory Lane when this thing's all over.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Andy Kessler down on pit road. He's got to hurry up and get across the track. While he does that, we're going to take a look at this. We're going to look at this week's edition of Andy's World.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Dover International Speedway. I'm Andy Kessler, and this week's edition of Andy's World is coming to you live here at the Monster Mile. 24 degrees of banking as these trucks head down into the corners. You can see right here, we dive down in the corner. almost 3 stories they drop down, and when you come back off the corner, it's right back up. Trucks have a tendency to get a little bit loose here on these narrow exits of the corner, so you got to be very careful as you dive back down into turn number 1. You're going to see a lot of guys slide up the track, almost dive into corners as we go. Oh my God, here we go. We got a big one right in front of us. This is not one. Oh yes, that's a holy crap. Woo! That's what you call a self-cleaning racetrack right there. Big wreck in front of us off that tight corner. All the truck, everything just slid down to the bottom. That's exactly what you want, and that's exactly what you hope, so you're not in the middle of it. Woo! I hope everybody's all right, but that's this week's edition of Andy's World here from the Monster Mile. You better be careful, because they can reach out and bite you.
On behalf of iRacing.com Motorsport Simulation and Noble Motorsport, welcome to Dover International Speedway. Andy Kessler alongside me, Ben Kilcrease, and Cisco Scaramuza is up in the production truck getting a picture that you see to you. We'll take a look at the starting lineup tonight. Sorry, we had a technical glitch there. Corbin Hemstreet, just talked to him. He's starting on the pole with a 24.648. Tyler Herr outside of row number 1 and number 9. He'll roll off second.
Starting third in the number 13 is Daniel Eberhardt, and is outside. In the 48 is Kevin Linden.
Kevin Ford in the 32 rolls off 5th inside of row number 3. Ryan Libby, 46, give him the outside.
Inside of row number 4 will be Justin Schrumpf. To his outside will be Rusty Farrell.
James Thorndike, 59, inside of row 5. Outside of him is the 71 of Dave Camara.
Rodney Kramer, Bristol winner a few weeks ago, number 6 will start 11th. And to his outside, the points leader in the 12th spot, number 92, it's Brian Terry.
Sean Boundy chasing for the points championship as well, defending champion here in the truck series. He rolls off he's in the 24 truck, rolling off 13th. Nate Trito is in the 19 truck on the outside.
Starting 15th in the 10 truck is Jared Como, and just to his outside in the 33 will be Stephen Pettit.
Mylan Lacey, 99, rolls off 17th. Outside of him, it's the 79 of Stefan Brunel.
The 12 of Chris Light will start 19th, and 20th will be the 70 truck of Julio Terzado.
Kevin Carr, 03, rolls off inside in the 21st starting position. Outside of him is the 28 of Wallace Boyce.
Starting 23rd will be the 77 of Brett Sturgeon, with the 51 of Nathan Shiflett starting to his outside.
And Nick Orth will start shotgun on the field. Pace car to the pits. We'll stack them up 2 by 2. Here we go. First time back in a while. And as you can see, we've got some kinks to work out. There's the green flag. We're racing here for 130 laps at Dover International Speedway. Everybody a little jumbled up on the outside line. They get it going and straight down to turn number 1. Corbin Hemstreet out to an early lead. Eberhardt's on his bumper. Yeah, the second row to not get going. Tyler Herr going to fall all the way back to 3rd. Ford sits 5th, and Ford is 4th, and Linden is 5th as we head off turn 4 to complete lap number 1.
Looked like Eberhard was going to give something there going into turn number 3 for Corbin Hemstreet. Wasn't able to do it, had to back off a little bit. Now Hemstreet still off at turn number 2. He's going to have the field by a car length over second.
Hemstreet leads lap number 2. Eberhard still trying to reel him in. Having some technical difficulty, so we're going to have to focus on the 41 for the time being. It's good for him, though, Andy. He gets some TV time.
Yeah, some TV time for the Boomtown Sim guys. Caution's out here. We got trouble in the back.
Caution is out. We're going to go to a blank screen to reset some things momentarily. While we do that, we'll talk for, we'll still be live here. We're just going to go to a blank screen. Looks like a couple trucks already have some damage. The 99 of Mylan Lacey. Looks like the 77 of Brent Sturgeon has tagged the wall as well. These guys have a couple resets tonight, though, Andy. So they do have something to fall back on, too. But you really don't want to be tearing your stuff up this early on. We're only on lap number 4.
Yeah, 130 laps, Ben. That's a long, long time to go here. And, yeah, Mylan Lacey just got a little tight coming off turn 2. Looks like Como had a little bit of issues in front of him. He actually spun, but yeah, some damage to the right side of that 99. And we got ourselves our first caution here.
Como got into the outside wall off turn 2, spun to the inside. You explained it in the Andy's World there, self-cleaning racetrack. That truck just drifted down to the bottom and stayed out of everybody's way. Pits are open this time by the only taker I can see so far, Brian Terry, the number 5 machine of Justin Strump. That's a newcomer. This is his first race here with us at Noble Motorsport.
Yep, new guy here to Noble. First truck race, first race at Noble, so good to see him there. Hopefully he has a good night here and keeps himself out of trouble. I know I was nervous the first time I raced in this league, but that slowly goes away.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Signed up for the Short Track Super Series, which is set to debut Tuesday, January 27th, right here at Noble Motorsport. 15 races, 5 in the Super Late Model, 5 in the Old Late Model, and 5 in the SK Modified All Racing for one championship. Head on over to noblemotorsport.com to get signed up today.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a fun league right there, Ben. 3 different cars. Mix it up a little bit and may the best guy win. You know, kind of an all-star series, if you want to call it that.
Yep, me and Dave came together and we said, well, we were planning on running just a Super Late Model series, and we had the idea, we don't have another short track series, so why not just put a handful of short track cars and combine it into one series so we can race pretty much virtually anything. And next season, we could have the sprint cars, the legends, and the street stocks. Just never know. So caution out for the first time for Como, spinning on the backstretch there. Corbin Hemstreet, your leader. Hemstreet, your leader. Eberhardt is second. Tyler Hurd is third. Kevin Ford is fourth. And Kevin Linden is fifth. That's the top 5. And once again, we haven't been at it for quite a while, so still working on some technical stuff. If your ticker goes away, don't worry, we'll get it back. Had to reset our cameras there. That's why the screen went black here at this caution. Let's take a look at the points. We'll get our producer to throw that up. Brian Terry is in a world of his own. He just pitted on his pit stop, so he's going to be in the back of the pack. Might be the safe place for him. Terry, 23 points ahead of Herr, Hemstreet, and Kramer, who are all tied for the second position coming into tonight. Sean Boundy, Kevin Ford, 25 back. They're tied for 5th. 7th, give it to Wallace Boyce. 8th to Julio Terzado, 38 back. Mylan Lacey, 39 back, and Como in 10th is 50 back. Tell you what, Andy, if Terry wasn't sneaking it up front, are running away with a points lead, we'd have a good battle. 3 cars tied for second, 2 for fifth, and then very close on back. But Terry just has that big 23-point lead.
Yeah, it's been something that's plagued Terry over the years. You've known that. Just the bad luck. He can, stringing together a bunch of good races in a row just hasn't been his luck. And so far in this season, 4 races straight, he's had really, really good success, including a win at Charlotte. And so, he finds himself with a pretty comfortable lead, although there's tons and tons of races still left to go here this season.
Certainly is. We're only on race number 5 of 12. All right, let's see if we can get this restart done a little bit better. We were out of the groove last time. I think we've gotten more comfortable, more back in the groove. Pace car down the pit road. They'll stack them up 2 by 2. Hemstreet and Everhart is on the front row and off of turn 4. We're looking for the green. There it is. We're back racing at the Monster Mile. Hemstreet spun the tires. Everhart gets the lead to 1.
Yeah, a real tough thing right there is just the green's such a late start here, and you get so antsy, you want to jump on it too quick, and that's exactly what happens. Everhart comes away with the lead.
Hemstreet dives it real hard down to 3, trying to close that gap back up. Just cannot do it. Everhart gaps the field by 5, 6, 7 car lengths to 1.
Drifts up a little bit there in turn 1 and 2. That's going to allow Hemstreet to close back up just a little bit. Still finding himself now, chasing him down, trying to catch up right now, but a pretty good battle right now. Kevin Ford and Tyler Herr, that's for that 3rd spot now. They're really starting to close back up together here as they got to come off turn number 4. 3rd
final podium position, Kevin Ford having an all right season. I don't believe he's actually tied for 5th, so having a pretty daggum good season for Ford. 25 out of the lead. Has 3 top 10s. We got a car around at the back of the field. Everything's okay. It looked like Orth has quite a bit of damage. We stay green and back to the battle for the lead, which has Hemstreet on the bumper of Everhart. He's caught him.
He has caught him, and off of turn number 2. Now here they come. Only half a truck length separate the 2 as they come down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3, it looks like Hemstreet's able to hold that truck a lot lower than Everhart, and that shows right now it's going to give him a little bit more speed right now, all over the bumper right now as they head back into turn number 1.
Bunch of battles going on throughout the field. For 4th, here comes Libby looking to the inside of her. It's going to be so hard to pass here. You got to, trouble on the back stretch. No, they keep it straight. Rusty Farrell got into the wall and almost took Camaro with him. Look out, Thorndike almost slid up into Farrell. Camara's high off turn 4, and these guys are going to swap a little bit of paint and positions down the front stretch.
Real close call for a bunch of those guys, especially series sponsor of the Cup Series there with the 71 truck and Dave Camara. He's going to come out on top of this, though. Right now, he's going to move him up to that 7th spot. Now he can chase down Farrell.
For the lead, give it to Hemstreet off turn number 4. And Everhart.
Yeah, Everhart was looking to dive it back down underneath him there in turn number 1. Chose better of it and backed out of it and figures I'll get him in a different turn.
Everhart, we know him as an aggressive driver, and he doesn't like to be second. He likes to be out in front, in control of things, and look at him close back up to the bumper at a 41 off turn 4. Everhart looks like he has a little bit of right side damage. He might have gotten into the wall, which allowed Hemstreet to get around him much more easier. Those two will battle for the lead. Herr still on the bumper of Ford, and Libby is eating on the bumper of Herr, and now Linden has joined that battle as well.
Close call right there for Tyler Herr off of turn number 2. Almost smacked the wall. It's been about the 4th time in 4 laps that he's come that close to hitting the wall. This second pack, if you will, from 3rd on back has really caught up to these 2 leaders now, all led by Kevin Ford.
Look a little bit further. Camara, just kind of a single truck running by himself. And then we have Thorndike, Farrell, Boundy, Pettit, and Brunell all running tail to nose. 5 trucks in a line there, and Chris Light looking to get into that mix as well. Right behind those guys, points leader Brian Terry wiggles off turn 4. He sits 14th on lap number 17.
Yeah, decided he was supposed to start 12th. He actually had to some slight issues, pulled into the pit box so they could try to fix them. Had to start from the back, so he's slowly working his way back up through the field.
And earlier in the pre-race, or when we was running through the grid, I said Sean Bounty was the defending champion. Nick Orth, actually the defending champion. Sean Bounty is a former champion here in the Truck Series. Just want to be sure to give credit to Mr. Orth, who sits way back in the 19th position. Like I said, I think he was a truck that might have went around and that caused us, and we actually stayed green when he went around earlier, about 10 laps ago.
And the battle for the lead's heating up right now as Eberhard off of turn number 2. He's really smoking that bumper right now of Corbin Hemstreet down into turn number 1 now. He's backed off just a little bit. It looks like turns 1 and 2 is where Eberhard really excels, and he's able to get right up on that bumper. And like you said earlier, Ben, actually making the pass is going to be the tough thing.
That it is. Eberhard sits 31st in the point standings. Hemstreet actually battling for second position in the points and the points lead if you want to go further into that. Look at Eberhard. He's pushing it so hard. He's sideways off the turns. He dives it down into turn 3. Eberhard really wants to lead back as we complete lap number 20 this time.
Yeah, he seems, he's very fast, but like you say, very erratic. He wants to be the leader. He wants to lead all the laps, and that might be the demise of him right now. Hemstreet just looks so smooth. Every lap's the same. The consistent lap times. He's not loose off the corners. He's looking real good right now, and he's actually pulled away about 2 truck lengths right now.
I was watching turn 3 and 4, and Kevin Carr and Nick Orth caught a gust of wind, blew them all the way up to the wall, and we almost had a caution. This past go around, they kept it straight and were able to continue on.
Battle for 4th right now off of turn number 2. Tyler Herr and Libby. Libby's on the inside. He's trying to get that position. Wasn't able to make it happen off turn 2. He's going to try again in turn 3.
Like I said, so hard to pass. You got to really set the guy up. You got to get that nose under the guy coming off the corner here, and you really got to drive it hard into the next turn and hope that you can pull a slide job almost. You almost got to really drive aggressive to make passes here at Dover because it's not a multi-groove racetrack.
No, it really isn't. The only multi-groove you're going to have is in the corners. Coming off the corners and going in, there is no multi-groove.
Yeah, it goes down to, some say a lane, I say about a quarter of a lane.
Yeah, pretty much, because even sometimes one lane, it doesn't seem like you have enough.
So Eberhard, you can see the aggressive driving is setting him back. He has certainly put some wear on those tires and has heated them up quite a bit. Hemstreet starting to pull away for the number 13 machine. Kevin Ford, he's starting to fall back a little bit as well. Herr still sits 4th, and Libby still rounds out the top 5. There's a good battle going on for the 12th position between Chris Light and Stefan Brunel, which is right in front of our points leader, Brian Terry. That's for 12th, heading to turn 1.
Yeah, it's right. Stefan Brunel's got the outside lane right now. It looks like Light's trying to take it away from him. He does. Terry now going to follow him. Brunel does a great job staying off the wall right there. Terry's going to try to get him cleared. He doesn't have him cleared, but he has that preferred line as they head off turn number 4. Now Brian Terry's got him cleared. Now Sturgeon trying to work his way around Stefan Brunel.
Man, that's a gaggle of trucks right there. Brunel actually back on the bumper of Terry, looking to see if he can't get back around the 92. That'll be for the 13th position. Can't get it done. Terry gets a run off of turn 2. Brunel gets a little sideways, strumps in the wall. Everything's happening in this gaggle of trucks.
Everything is happening. Lots of action right now. Here's Sturgeon out to the inside of Brunel coming off of turn number 4. Brunel has to let off now so he doesn't hit the wall. Sturgeon's going to get the advantage. He's going to get that position. Move him up another spot. That moves Sturgeon up to 14th now as they make their way back off turn number 2.
Terry looking to the inside of the 12 machine to turn 3. Does he make a move? No, didn't quite have the bumper he wanted. He'll try again off turn 4. Look at Sturgeon, though. He's able to close up to the 92. Sturgeon looks pretty quick here in the late run.
Yeah, he does. Able to save some tires there in the early run. Usually when you're back in the pack like that, you don't tend to burn your stuff off as quick because you're not driving as fast because you're trying to avoid all the cars around you. So, in this case, the trucks. But now here comes Terry now to the inside. The 12 kisses the wall.
Oh!
He gets down in there.
Contact and Light up into the wall. Terry has damage. And so does Sturgeon.
Yeah, Terry got lucky right there. It didn't get any worse than what it was. He was able to keep that thing straight. Some right front damage for Brian Terry, points leader, but it looked like the 12 car got in a wall about halfway down the straightaway,
Yep.
and then going into the corner. Just looked like he got a little loose when he was trying to turn in, and just came down a little too far, I think.
He was trying to turn off the wall and then turn and just turned too much, got loose, and across the nose he came. Terry just, nothing he could do. Just along for the ride.
That's right. Pit road's
And
going to
then
be open this time, Ben. We've been out there almost 30 laps now. I think these leaders are going to head down now.
Oh yeah, got to. That'd be like bathing in blood and going out into the ocean and wondering if a shark wasn't going to attack you. Here we go. Leaders down pit road, a slow 35-mile-per-hour crawl. Everybody is bringing their sister, their mother, their daughter, and their brother along with them, except for Nate Trito, who decides to stay out along with the 03 of Kevin Carr.
Trying to stay out the lead a lap, maybe. Trito's going to get that lap. But let's see what these leaders do. It's obviously going to be a 4-tire situation here. Been out for 30 laps. Who knows? Sometimes we've had some green flag runs that just go on and on and on here at Dover once everybody gets in the groove. So you definitely don't want to take the chance now. Take the 4 tires while you have the free opportunity.
You always got to wonder. There's going to be that one guy, though, that's going to take the 2 tires, and it looks like that one guy's going to be Brent Sturgeon. He gets a big jump on the competition. Looks like he'll be moved up to about the 6th position, 7th for Sturgeon. So a little bit of a gain for Brent Sturgeon on that round of pit stops. So caution out for only the 2nd time tonight. And Andy, first couple of races throughout the season, had to work out some kinks. Not gonna lie, did have quite a bit of cautions in the first part of this season, but tonight, we're looking pretty good so far. 2 cautions in 32 laps. That's pretty good for these guys.
That's not too bad. This, everybody knows it's tricky getting off the corners. Corner exits is a very tough thing here at this track. Everybody knows it, and so far everybody's giving each other some room. It's been great. Actually, the 2 cautions weren't really just pretty much single car incidents getting into the wall, but it's been a great race so far, and everybody's doing a great job staying off of each other, put it that way. And we got some great battles all throughout the strategy going after this pit stop with the 77 truck. Like to see how well he does, but the front runners all took 4, and they came out the way they went in.
That they did. Let's talk about next Tuesday, January 13th, SRN Radio, Noble Radio, whatever you want to call it. The radio show will be back where we will talk to people.
What?
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
That's what we do. We talk to people. We don't broadcast the race because there's not going to be a race. Andy Kessler going to be the host.
What?
And he doesn't know what he's going to talk about yet.
Who's that?
I got a good idea.
Yeah?
You could bring on the points leader in the Nationwide series.
Oh, we could do that. Yeah. Actually, I think he might already be there anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I guess I will be there.
Wait, it's you?
Yeah, it's me, 3-time winner.
Yeah, 3 out of the last 5 starts too. So pretty good season you got going on there over in the Nationwide series there, Ben.
Yeah, it could be better.
Yeah, well, yeah. we could say Bristol.
Yeah. That's all we're gonna say. Lights out on the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car. Oh yeah, that's right. Cisco just reminded us Andy's World outtakes. We're going to film Andy's World after the dash race here this past Sunday.
It took a while.
Let's just say we had to go through 2 sessions.
Yeah,
so
it took us 2 hours to get 2 laps in. So
a bunch of outtakes that we're gonna see
Lots of
on the
bleeps.
radio show. Lots of bleeps. It's going to be fun. Top 5. Him Street, Everhart, Her, Libby, and Ford as the pace car hits pit road. Man, I'm looking forward to that. 2 by 2 as we restart on lap number 33. Just under 100 laps left here at the Monster Mile. Pretty even start as we...
Trouble in the eye. Como's around at the start-finish line.
And we stay green. Green flag is out. And it was a tight squeeze off of turn number 2, but Him Street snags the lead from Daniel Everhart. Ryan Libby sits 3rd. Her is 4th, and Ford is 5th. Off of turn number 4, Terry almost gets the bumper. And that is Stephen Pettit, the 33, who was all the way down on the apron, almost got into our points leader. He almost lost it on the front stretch. Everybody getting a little jumbled up here on the early run, and Britton Sturgeon starting to fall back. That tire choice was probably not the best.
No, it doesn't seem like it's working for him right now. He's stuck on that high line, and just everybody's going around him right now. That's going to put him way back. It's probably going to cost him more than it would have if he took the 4 tires and just restarted around the 12th to 14th spot where he was. So Brett Sturgeon falling back here early on. I guess you'd rather try that strategy now, Ben, than try it with 20 laps to go.
Yep, certainly would be the best to try it now because you still have time to rebound. Everybody's sort of getting in line, and Tyler Herr and Camara had a little bit of a scare on the front stretch there. They keep it straight, and Camara looking to get to the inside of her. That'll be for the 6th spot. They get a little tight off of turn number 2, and now that's going to create a gaggle of trucks, and involved in it is our points leader, Brian Terry. He's trying to work his way back to the front. Everybody dicing for position from about 6th on back.
Almost had a crossover move right there, a kill crease crossover. The 24, Sean Bounty, unable to make the pass off turn number 4 there. He falls back in line. Oh, and Terry gets in. Wow, he almost took out Thorndike right there.
Oh, and now there's a crash. Strumpf gets involved with Farrell, and Boyce piles in. Others could be involved. Oh, and Como upside down in turn number 3. He almost had that one avoided.
He's on his side actually right now, the driver's side. Hopefully he's all right in there. I really don't see any movement right now, Ben.
He had the 2 trunks of Farrell and Strumpf avoided, and then Boyce did not hold a brake, and he just slid up the track and right into the direction of Como, and just a slow rollover. So caution is caution is out for the 3rd time here tonight, and Brian Terry was almost involved in that. Terry was looking to the inside of who was that? That was
James Thorndike, 59.
James Thorndike, yep. Terry was looking to the inside of Thorndike, got the bumper from Strumpf. Terry almost slid up. He did make contact with Thorndike. Both those guys saved it. Then Strumpf got the run on Terry, gave him the bumper again, which made the 5 loose of Strumpf. Strumpf went all the way down to the inside, overcorrected, and then just came up into Farrell. Those 2 trucks went into the outside wall. Boyce checked up to avoid it, and then actually hit the front end of Farrell. Spun to the inside and rolled back up the track, and then that's when Como was involved in the number 10 truck, who has finally been towed back to pit road. He was just hanging around there.
Oh, God. Well, you hope he was all right because there was no movement. The truck was just sitting there, but they were able to flip the truck back on its wheels and tow him to pit road. We'll see if they can knock out some dents and get him back in the race or not, but only we shall see.
So lap 40 gonna be in the books this time. It'll be 90 laps to go. Once again, working caution number 3. And Andy, you and I were talking to Brian Terry, our points leader, earlier this week. I think it was after the Nationwide race. We caught up with him in the pits, and he said 23 points, it seems like a bunch. But all it takes is one race, and then I'm back in third position battling to get my lead back. And that's right. And if that were to happen, if Terry were to have a bad night tonight, Corbin Hemstreet out in front like he is right now, along with Tyler Herr and Sean Bounty, Ford's up there as well. That's what these guys would want to see. Not necessarily want to see, but it would be good for them if Terry were to have a bad night, because they would be back in the points lead, or back in the points championship battle.
Oh, they definitely would be. And this is a tough track to come in to defend points. You really got to be up front and stay up front to stay out of trouble, just like Corbin had talked about earlier, and he's done a good job, obviously, himself. He's pretty much led this whole race, except for a few laps. So Terry right now is finally moving his way up through the field here, sitting 10th right now. That's where he needs to be. With these 25-plus truck fields each and every week, he is correct. One mistake, one bad finish back in the back, and this whole thing's a whole new situation for the points battle.
That it is a whole new ball game, as they like to call it. I don't know why, because we're in racing. Lights out on the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car. Certainly invite you to join us, not live here on Sim Racing Network, but on the racetrack this Thursday night at Kentucky Speedway for the Clocks by Christopher Cup Series. I can't remember how many laps we're doing, but it's going to be a lot. A whole lot.
A whole bunches, though.
Whole bunches. Top five before we go back green. Hemstreet, Everhart, Lippy, Ford, and Herr. Those guys have been up there the whole night. I don't see any of that changing anytime soon, unless there were to be a little jumble up. Now remember, Hemstreet spun the tires on the first restart. Maybe he learned from that. We'll see what he can do on this one. It'll be the third restart of the night. Lap 42 in the books, just under 90 laps to go. Two by two. There's the green flag. Everhart gets a little wiggly. Terry gets into the bumper of the 24. Everhart down to the bottom. And so far, we're clean to turn one.
That we are in a battle right now. Those side by side is for third. Ford. It looks like he's going to make up that ground. Scrapes the wall a little bit. There's Libby. Looks like he got loose on that bottom side and pretty much almost stopped.
That he did. And Ford around the outside, and that created a big gaggle right there. And everybody's still jostling for position from fourth on back. Look at this gaggle of trucks to turn one.
Oh, they're all nose to tail right now. You can see them going forward, back, on the gas, off the grass. Everybody's got a different style of driving at a track like this, and lift points are all different, and it takes you a few laps to figure out where everybody's, how the guy in front of you is running his laps in order for you to get back into your groove.
Most definitely. Trouble front stretch. Terzato and Strumpf get into it. They stay green. Cone on the track. We continue to stay green.
Oh, good. A good point to point out right now, Ben, is the 6 of Rodney Kramer, who's sitting second in the points in that big tie, chasing down Brian Terry, a winner at Bristol, and he's just riding around in the back, avoiding all this stuff, letting this thing go, and he did it at Bristol too. Started in the back and just rode around in the back the whole race, and then when that thing was over, that last restart was going to happen, he was sitting third.
That's how he does it. He just does not get in any hurry at all. Just lets everything happen because he knows there's bound to be a late race restart. And usually that's when he makes up all of his time. Sometimes he doesn't even go through a reset. Sometimes he has 0 incidents in a race like this.
Yeah, most definitely. A little bit of separation right now between the top 2 and 3rd place. Right now, Kevin Ford with Libby on his rear bumper are separated by almost a second now behind, well, it looks like 13 Eberhard just got in a wall there off of turn number 2. If he didn't, it was awfully close.
Yep. Talked about it earlier. He's just one of those drivers that
All or nothing.
just wants to lead every lap, yep, and can't race like that.
Wreckers or checkers?
Look at this for 3rd. A little tight, and even back a little bit further. Thorndike and Camara make a little contact and get together off of turn 2, and it stacks up the guys behind him, which include Sean Bounty and points leader Brian Terry. Big crash in turn number 3. Nicholas Orth is involved. Chris Light is involved, and Stephen Pettit. And it looks like Light just came across the nose of Sturgeon. Oh, Orth was so close to having it missed. So caution out for the 4th time tonight here at the Monster Mile.
Best part is watching this replay, who slowly creeps through at the end there, the number 6 truck.
Rodney Kramer, yep.
Letting these guys burn up their resets.
Yep. All right, Andy, here's the tricky thing. We haven't had too many laps on these tires. You're the crew chief. Do you bring me down take 2, or are you going to put 4 in my truck?
It's been 20 laps, Ben. That first restart after the pit stops was on lap 33, so it's been about 20 laps now, and they all should be coming, and here they come.
That's the Thorndike machine staying out, as well as Farrell and Como. So Como is a couple laps down, as is Farrell. Como actually going to get the wave around this time by. He was 3 laps down. Now he will be 2 laps down after that rollover in turn number 3. Look at this. Rodney Kramer gonna take the lead. That's the easiest pass he's made all season.
2 tires stopped right there for him on pit road, and although I'm going to be interested.
Actually, he missed his box.
Oh no.
So Kramer he misses his box. We'll have to see if he comes back down. Did have a 2-tire taker. Looks like Trito in the number 19 machine. Took right side tires and he sped on pit road. So Trito speeds on the pits. Goes to the back. Kramer misses his pit. Stays out as well as Thorndike. So the front row gonna have no tires. And in the past, Andy, this hasn't been the best situation, but we'll see how we can handle it tonight here at the Monster Mile.
Well, the key for these guys is gonna well, one of them's getting he's getting waved to the back there. His lap's down there for L, so everyone's gonna be around him. So yeah, not only Thorndike is gonna be stayed out. Kramer also, if he missed his box, which I think he said he did, he's gonna be on no tires also. So. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. You know, the key's going to be not spinning tires. We saw Hemstreet do it after about 10, 15 laps on that first initial opening run.
Yep.
We saw him do it. So these guys, like I said, got 20 laps on these tires. So we'll see what happens here on this restart.
78 laps to go. So the pylon in the middle say lap 78. I said, well, my information's being given to me wrong, and then I realized it's 78 laps remaining, so that's pretty neat. And Kramer now going to head to the pits. Thorndike, though, stays out. Lights out. Lights out on the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car. Thorndike on the inside, no tires. Hemstreet on the outside, 4 tires. Eberhardt, 4 tires, and everybody behind him, 4 tires. Thorndike, Hemstreet, Eberhardt, and Ford and Libby. That's the top 5. And we're going to have to watch Thorndike here. You see Hemstreet stacking up the high side, and I've said that before.
Martinsville?
Martinsville ring any bells?
Rings a lot of bells.
Here we go. Pace car hits the pit road. He doesn't hit the pit road wall. That'd be pretty funny. He heads to pit road. They stack him up 2 by 2. One guy with no tires out front. We're set to go green. There's the green flag. He gets off the line nice and smooth. And we make it to turn number 1 without incident.
That we do. A little bit slower, though, on the start. Here comes Hemstreet. Hemstreet got by him. Now Eberhardt trying on the outside. It's going to be tight squeeze right there. He makes it happen, though. Thorndike now falling back to 3rd. Here comes the 32 of Kevin Ford. He's going to try to get around him. He's going to look to the high side right now as they come off turn 4. But now here comes Libby to the inside of Ford.
Woo! 3 wide with the points leader. They check up and go 2 wide before they get the 1. That would have been interesting. Here comes Ford to the inside of Thorndike. That's for the 3rd spot. Meanwhile, Corbett Hemstreet in a zip code of his own out front.
That he is 6-7 truck lengths now. See, keep saying car lengths. Truck lengths over Eberhardt now as Kevin Ford. He finally gets around Thorndike, and now he moves himself up to the 3rd spot. Now we'll see if how long it takes Libby to get around Thorndike. Thorndike's actually looking a lot better than Sturgeon did when Sturgeon had 2 tires. So Thorndike doing a heck of a job here early on in this run, but I'm sure it's not going to last too much longer with them old tires.
Yep, we'll wait and see. Could surprise us, though.
If he can stay in the top, 10 maybe, and this thing go another 20 laps or so, everyone's going to pit anyway, then it would definitely benefit him.
So Eberhardt's starting to snip away at the lead, and here comes Libby on the bumper of the 59. Backstretch inside to 3. Libby, on the inside of Thorndike. Thorndike way up out of the groove. You'll have to watch out for that wall off turn 4. They're still side by side for the 4th spot.
Side by side for 4th. Right now he's getting the advantage. Libby on the bottom side. Linden's going to try to follow him through. They're still side by side off turn 2. Thorndike doing a heck of a job as he kicks that position back away from Libby. And he's doing it on all tires.
Camara dives to the inside of her. Her had to go all the way up to the wall. I think it scared him, and Camara said, I ain't got time to wait. We got to get going when the leaders are pulling away.
It bullied his way in there like a big bully on a school ground playground there, Ben.
So Libby cannot get around Thorndike. Meanwhile, top 3, they're starting to reel in each other. Starting to get grouped back up. Eberhardt has snipped away at Hemstreet this whole run. Hemstreet has done this many a times in the past. Leads the race almost all the laps in the race, and then something always happens to the 41. He almost the Brian Terry luck for Hemstreet this season.
But he's in 2nd in points.
Yep.
So he's doing something right. So it's early on, 4 races, race number 5. But no, we talked to him earlier pre-race there, Ben, and he likes his truck on the long runs, and so far on each run, we've seen this out of the 13 be right there on his bumper. But then as the run gets longer and longer, the gap just widens out, and Hemstreet's just so smooth, so comfortable out front there, and the way his truck's reacting here tonight.
Libby now again to the inside of Thorndike. He'll have him cleared in 1 this time. Now Linden on the inside off of 2. There's the slide job, and now Camara gonna have to work on the number 59 to 3.
Camara really driving it into these corners here tonight.
driving it in, but able to keep it down. It really sticks for Camara.
For now.
For now.
Until his tires wear out in about 8 laps, and then he'll be wondering why. I'm impressed, though. Thorndike's done a great job being out there on such old tires, able to maintain 6th spot right now and running right with these guys.
Thorndike holds on to the 6th position right now. Camara starting to work on him. Points leader Brian Terry's there as well. Tyler Herr, I think if he could get back up to the 71, might show a little bumper.
Yeah, might. Got to get there,
Yep.
though. A little bit of damage. So
Gotta
we might
get
have
there,
to wait
yep.
till the next pit stop. But Dave Camara really, really forced his way in there on that one. But yep, great job. These guys are doing a good job. And Brian Terry, the points leader, now up to 8th. So he slowly and methodically worked his way up to the front. And just taking a look kind of back, Rodney Kramer there sitting 18th there, just kind of buying his time there. We're just about halfway. We're halfway now. So.
Yep, defending champion Nicholas Orth has not had the night he's wanted, but he is starting to make a rebound. He's up to 12th. You can see the back of that truck looks like he's backed into a light pole. But he was involved in a couple incidents earlier on in the race. And whoa, he's going to be involved in another one. He hits the wall on the front stretch. Wow, talk about the commentator's curse. We stay green. But Orth has got a bunch of more damage added on to that number 27.
Yeah, just so you said that, he got loose off of turn number 4. Seems to be up to speed now, but man, some real bad luck he's had tonight here at Dover.
And so for some guys, this is just not their track. And I have those sort of tracks. Everybody has those sort of tracks. Let's go up to 9th. Battle between Sean Boundy and Tyler Herr. Herr on the inside, starting to make his way back up through the field. Give it to him off of turn number 4. Tyler Herr up to 9th. Boundy back to 10th. Eberhard is really putting some pressure on the 41.
He is, Ben. He's maintained on this run here as they come off of turn number 4 now. He's only 1 truck length separating the two right now, heading to the stripe right now, about to complete lap number 70. That's going to only leave us 60 laps to go here tonight.
Look at Eberhard, just closes up right there in the center. Hemstreet, though, able to get the run off. And that's what's benefiting him. These guys will come up on the lap traffic of Milan Lacey. Lacey multiple laps down. That truck did look nice before the race. Now it's got some bruises.
Of it.
Lacey designed the SRN paint scheme for his number 99 machine. That's Andy on the right and me on the left. Side of the truck. Actually, it's vice versa. I'm in a cowboy hat. Cowboy.
Yeah, pink hair.
Cowboy. Oh, look at Lacey talking about him and he gets loose.
The 13 of Eberhard almost loses it off of turn number 2. It's going to separate the gap just a little bit now, about 4 truck lengths. But, man, he almost hit the wall there off of turn 2 that last lap.
He's going for the lead, and these guys got a bunch of lap traffic in front of him. They'll swing to the high side. Hemstreet to the inside of Lacey, to the inside of Como, and Eberhard by Lacey. We'll have to work on the 10 machine now. And oh no, he puts the bumper.
Well, he got in his way. I don't know why the 10 dropped to the bottom on that one there.
Maybe a little bit of teammate.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Little teammate help there. So they get by Terzato in the 70. Eberhard showed his displeasure. And we continue to stay green. Como sideways into the inside wall. We stay green again, and he comes up right in front of the third place driver, Kevin Ford, who avoids him and stays straight to turn 2.
Wow. Now, if somebody's had bad luck or doesn't like this track, it's got to be that 10 truck.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got a feeling he's
over. He's hit walls. I don't think his truck likes this track, man.
No, Como probably not the biggest fan of the Monster Mile after tonight. Kevin Carr in the wall, turn 2. In the 0-3 machine, he keeps it straight. And Rodney Kramer up to 13th.
There he goes. It's about time he starts moving his way up. He was 18th on this, or 17th on this restart. Now he's worked his way all the way to 13th, so just one at a time. That's it.
Not really too much going on the track right now. All the guys pretty much separated. Nick Orth into the wall. Got up into it by himself. Orth having a bad night here at the Monster Mile as well.
They don't call it the Monster for nothing, Ben.
Battle for 8th. Hurd to the inside of Thorndike. Turn 1. Give it to him. Thorndike has been able to maintain that top 10 position ever since not pitting many moons ago.
Yeah, almost 30 laps now, Ben. He's able to still maintain 8th spot right now. Currently, going to lose probably that one plus a couple, plus at least another one here before too long. But I'm definitely impressed with the no tires. It looks like no tires is better than 2.
Yep. 50 laps to go here at Dover International Speedway. So here we go. We've been about 30 laps on the green. Just under 50 laps remaining. You're watching the DoYourPart.org Truck Series live on the Sim Racing Network. We'll be right back.
These are pictures of natural and man-made disasters in the past few years. Many of these people and their animals have not only lost everything, but are lost in the areas from devastation. The media is not as present as it used to be. The frequency of disasters escalates through the world. Until these slow-recovering areas can be rebuilt, people will be reliant on our ability to supply their needs. DoYourPart.org is a disaster response organization dedicated to assisting people and animals in times of distress. Our volunteers reach out to support most, the vulnerable, underserved, underinsured, or without insurance. DoYourPart.org strives to bring these amazing survivors back to sustainability and keep their hopes and dreams alive. However, we cannot help these people alone. We can help a little more if you help do your part. See how you can help. Visit our website and donate now. DoYourPart.org.
Welcome back to the Monster Mile with the DoYourPart.org Truck Series. Andy Kessler, Ben Kilcrease on the call. Cisco Scaramuza getting a picture that you see to you. And our safety inspector for tonight testing out the walls is Mylan Lacey. The number 99. He's going to kill me for that.
That's all right.
Leaders are on pit road. It's been about 35 laps. Caution came out for Nick Orth, looping it on the backstretch. So obviously we'll see 4 tires here. Thorndike does come down. He'll take his 4 tires here. I'm pretty sure we'll be good all the way to the end on fuel. Everybody takes 4 tires. Everhart, a good race off of pit road, but I think Hemstreet got it. And Everhart speeds on
Speedy.
pit road.
Oh, no, no, no. We talked about it, Ben. Just mistakes happen for him, and right there's one of them. He's going to start from the back, and he's got a lot of traffic to work his way through if he wants to even remotely get back to the top 5.
How does the song go? We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. So let's see if we can't dial up a driver into this caution. Andy, did you crank the old radio up? Get
I'm
it
turning the knobs
warmed up?
now, Ben. Nothing's happening.
Uh-oh. Make sure it's plugged in.
Oh, is that what this cord's for?
Yeah, that's the yeah, the cord running out of the back usually provides power to the machine.
Damn, Lord.
Let's see if we
Try that.
Let's see if all right, we'll try now. Rodney Kramer, Ben Kilcrease up on the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Oh, there he is. How you doing?
Pretty good.
We've been watching you. Not too much going on in front of number 6 or behind the number 6. You're just back there biding your time at the back of the field. Now you do this pretty much every race. What's the secret to it? What's the strategy behind it?
Well, I just unless I can qualify really well, I just don't like to race, wear the stuff out early on and save it for the end. So that's kind of why I do it. There's no rhyme or reason what lap that if this thing would have stayed green all the way, I would have, wouldn't have this opportunity. But you just kind of got to figure another caution's going to come out, but now it's time to go, I guess.
It worked for you at Bristol a few weeks ago there, Rodney, and so far tonight, now you've made yourself back up here to 10th place here in this restart. You think you got the track position now to maybe grab a few more spots here?
Yeah, we'll just passing's really hard here, so we'll see. I've been passing some cars in the back, but they've been damaged, so we'll find out.
All right, Rodney, thanks for talking with us. We'll let you get back to your job while we get back to ours.
Thanks, guys.
Rodney Kramer, driver of the number 6 John Deere truck tonight here in Dover. That's funny because he plays a lot of the farming simulator stuff. Top 5.
Put a picture. I think it was the email sent out for a couple weeks or the week after Bristol. It had a combine in Victory Lane at Bristol. As Kramer wins.
Top 5. I like that. Top 5. Hemstreet, Ford, Libby, Linden, and Terry. We're missing Everhart, but the points leader, Brian Terry, has made his way up to the top 5. 2 by 2 they go. Green flag back in the air.
Looks like everybody gets going rather well there. Libby a little slow on the bottom. That's going to allow Kevin Ford to get that second spot. Now he's looking tough off of turn number 2 here. Closing the gap as Linden almost hits a wall.
A bunch of check up there. Look at Thorndike. One truck around to the back. Caution is out. It's Chris Light in the number 12.
Another guy that's had a real rough night tonight.
Oh, and he got the bumper from Everhart. So Light, the bumper from Everhart, loops it on the backstretch and was having some problems getting it going again. He finally gets it back straight.
Tell you, Thorndike looked strong on that restart, Ben, getting around
That he
the 9
did.
car. He's going to be one to watch now that he's got the track position and tires, so we're going to have to keep an eye on him.
He was fast with the no tires on, what was it, 15, 20 lap old tires.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
he's got some new tires and the track position to really provide some good racing here. He sits 6th. The old saying goes, cautions breed cautions. 41 laps to go this time by here at Dover International Speedway. We didn't get to finish all of our commercials last time by, so if our producer will be oh so nice to get those up. Me and Andy want to go try out the hot dogs they have just down the strip here from the broadcast booth, so we'll do that while we pace under caution, and we'll return for the green flag.
Did your little storm knock out the power? Well, excuse me for not noticing.
Hate to disappoint you, Old Man Winter. Better luck next time.
If the power goes out, your Generac standby generator goes on automatically.
Down trees? Flash floods? Is that all you've got?
Stand up to the threat of outages with Generac and never feel powerless.
He takes the lead, but now Wyatt Wolf's to the inside. He pushes up a little bit. They're side by side. Elliott with the lead off of turn 2.
And then off of turn 4. Dave Elliott, are you kidding me? He wins here in Charlotte.
You know, I taught Tinny. God, my goodness, taught Tinny.
You all right, man?
I'm done.
I think he taught Kenny Baum Jr.
Oh, dear.
Oh man, they call them the monster dogs. Come to Dover, you gotta get one.
It's gonna take you an hour to eat that thing there, man.
I got it to go box.
There you go.
It's actually a 5-pound cooler, but you know, top 5: Him Street, Ford, Lyndon, and Libby and Terry. And this has to be heard. Andy, there's a country song that says, I got my toes in the water. I'm going to go and say ass in the sand. Andy said ass in the water, toes in the sand.
Something like that.
Pace car to pit road 2x2 as we restart with 40, just under 40 laps to go. Ford spins the tires, big crash on the start. Everybody is taken out.
He got a little bit of damage. Six got a little bit of damage, but he made it through. Hopefully it's not enough he has to pit, because he just gained a ton of track position there.
Oh my. One driver that made it through, Daniel Eberhardt. Camara was able to make it through. There was some guys that didn't even hardly check up. And that really made the incident a whole lot worse than it was.
Oh! Is that a wreck there under caution there, Ben?
So a close call.
I think he dropped, he must have got one of them hot dogs from his crew and
Yeah.
dropped it on the floor there, trying to pick it up.
Daniel Everhart, Brent Sturgeon has pulled it behind a wall, and I tell you what, Andy, look at this. Top 5. Let me just run through the top 5. Corbin Hemstreet, Rodney Kramer,
Who?
Stefan Brunel, Dave Camara, and Kevin Carr.
Wow.
Wow.
Kramer,
That is-
getting it done.
That's changed some stuff right there.
Tosado's pulled it behind the wall. And Kramer's got a little bit of damage on his right rear there. Looks like the left front also, Ben. Maybe not enough to affect him too bad, but I don't know if he's going to have anything for that 41 truck. Hemstreet's been just stout all race long here tonight.
Certainly has. And that wreck took out a bunch of heavy contenders, not to mention Ford himself spun the tires. Her was involved. Thorndike, who I was really looking forward to seeing how well he would handle the restart there. Boundy, Libby, Brian Terry, points leader. Looks like he's used up all of his resets, and he's going to go a lap down. 14th spot. Hemstreet could be within 10 points of the champion of the points lead at the closing of this race.
Oh boy.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
That was a rhetorical
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow, so that has shaken up a bunch of stuff, and we still got over 30 laps to go. Want to remind everybody again to tune into the radio show January 13th. That's next Tuesday. SRN Radio, Noble Radio, whatever you want to call it. Going to talk on the radio to people.
It's called The Show.
The Show, all right. So tune in to The Show.
There you go.
Next
On
Tuesday.
The Sim Racing Network.
There you go. TheSimRacingNetwork.com. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. As well as Twitch. Yep. Can't leave that out. If you or your league wants a race broadcasted, don't be afraid to hit us up on the contact page. We'd be more than happy to look into your inquiry. And usually you'll get a response within a day or two if we aren't available.
Twitch, Ben. My tweeter has a Twitch.
Your tweeter has a Twitch?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well,
And
we'll
it's
go
gonna be
to
on
the
Facebook.
ER. We'll go to the ER after
My
the
tweeter
race.
has a Twitch and it's on Facebook. All right, here we go.
This is what happens when we have a bunch of caution space go to pit road. Hemstreet and Kramer on the front row. After the field is completely shaken up, there's a green flag. We're back racing, and Carr spins the tires on the inside of the third row. That shakes everybody up on the inside. Brunel and Kramer, they go side by side to turn 2. Camara and Libby side by side on the backstretch as well.
Here comes Camara now to the inside of the 79 of Stefan Brunel. He's got the bottom line. He's there on the inside. Now Libby's going to look to the inside. That's the battle for third right now. Oh, Camara gets a little bit loose there, and here comes Brunel now on the high side, still going to maintain that position, but now Camara's looking for it again. They're still side by side for third off of turn 2.
Look at these guys all side by side, and remember that one guy who just had the horrible luck, Nick Orth? Well, he's up to 7th. Camara clears Brunel off of 4, but he tags a little piece of the apron. He keeps it straight, though. That could have been bad. Libby works his way past Brunel. Not...
Yep.
Yeah, he's got him clear.
Just heard from his spotter. Clear, clear, clear.
Now Brunel applies the bumper in 4. But to no avail. Was not able to get him loose enough to get back by him. Now 4 are going to begin work on the 79. That'll be for the 5th position. Him Street. He's requesting mail being sent to his new zip code.
That he is a little over a second lead now over Kramer. Yeah, the damage to Kramer's truck, he's able to hang on to where he's at, but I really don't think he's got anything for that 41 truck, who's just been a class of his own here tonight.
I think Kramer will be more than happy to finish 2nd if he does.
He's going to have somebody to deal with here in a couple laps. It looks like his Camaro now is snuck up to his bumper. About 1, maybe 2 truck lengths now as they exit turn number 4. Dave Camara, he's got a rocket ship right now. He's looking for that 2nd spot.
That he is. Meanwhile, the back of the, back behind those guys, Ford was able to clear Brunel for 5th. And Camara almost tagged a wall there on the backstretch. Bounding around. And back in the traffic. He's on the inside. No caution. We stay green. Wow.
Apparently they didn't see a need for a caution there.
And it happened. Orth bounced off the wall and Bounty bounced off of Orth. And spun to the inside, was out of harm's way. So therefore we stayed caution free.
Battle for seconds heating up now. Camara, Libby, now they're both bumper to bumper. Now Libby, look at the inside. He touches Camara. Camara's loose. Able to keep it straight. We stay green, but here comes the pack all through. Here comes Linden now. He's looking for a spot.
Wow. Woo! That got interesting. And somehow we're stay green again. So now Camara working on the bumper of Thorndike for 5th.
Thorndike's made his way back up through the field, so good for him after getting that wreck there a couple laps ago. But he's looking pretty stout right now. Camara now loose again right in front of Libby.
Meanwhile, Kramer looked in his mirror in turn number 1, and out of turn 2, there was nothing there. So Kramer able to hold on to that 2nd spot for a little bit longer.
Yep, for a little bit longer. Got about 22 laps to go here in Him Street. Him Street says, catch me if you can, and you can't.
Yeah, that's what it was looking like. Just over 20 laps to go. So Libby and Camara going to battle for the 6th spot. Libby's going to be a little bit cautious around the 71 because I don't think Mr. Camara is too happy.
He did a
Camara in the wall.
Now he blocks. Yeah, he did, saving him when Libby made contact with him there. That truck was all but sideways there, and did a heck of a job hanging on to it, keeping it straight. Lost a couple spots, but
yeah, these guys continue to go at it. Camara, wall again. Block again. So we got a Cox by Christopher up against a KFC Taco Bell right, and here they go. They're going to take it side by side. No. Camara. Oh, into the inside, outside wall. Big crash. Oh, my. Camara upside down. A vicious crash in turn number 1.
honestly, Ben, it looked like I don't know if he caught a piece of the safer beer or what, but that truck just literally almost stopped and then rolled.
Wow. That was a very vicious crash for the 71 machine. Brunel got a piece of it. And my goodness. Just like that, we have ourselves another caution with a restart with less than 20 to go. Let's look at this. Brian Terry is scored currently 15th on the charts. I'm interested to see the points after this because Him Street is going to gain quite a bit, as well as Rodney Kramer. Sean Boundy is going to pick up a couple points. Tyler Hurd, though, going to be the guy to lose some to Terry. Hurd had some internet connection issues and dropped out of the race 14 laps to go and is 14 laps down. Pits are open and everybody is in.
Yep, everybody decided to come in. Gutsy call. Oh, here comes Kramer.
The only guy to take 2 tires. We'll see if he can hold off Him Street. All you need to do is get out in front, and then you'll be able to possibly hold him off. It's hard to pass here. We'll restart with about 15 laps remaining. Oh boy. So Kramer gonna be the leader. Him Street going to restart second. Ford is back up to the 3rd spot. I think he could give Him Street a run for his money if he's able to get to the inside and make the pass. Linden is 4th, and here comes Thorndike, which we were interested to see what he could do. He's up to 5th. Terry, this lap, if Mylan Lacey is able to pass him, will fall to 16th on the boards. And this is the race that Terry didn't want to see, Andy. We talked to him after the nationwide race on Monday. He said it just takes one bad race, and that points lead is gone. And the way it's looking like, if things were to end right now, well, that points lead is gone.
That it is. He might still be the points leader, but it ain't gonna be by much.
Yep. And that's the product of, that's just racing. That's how it works.
It's it's nights like this, Ben, where you wish there was only 10 trucks.
Yep. And if you're Corbin, you wish there were 43.
Exactly.
So Terry falls to 16th right there as the lights turn off on the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car. Kramer, of course, chooses the inside line with Him Street to his outside. Kramer is looking for a good restart, and he hopes that possibly Ford and Him Street will go at it. Linden is going to be side by side with Him Street, and Thorndike sits 5th side by side with Libby on row number 3. Boy, howdy.
Only 15 to go, man. It's go time now for some of these guys.
That it is. So a shootout, 15-lap shootout to decide the winner here at Dover International Speedway, race number 5 in the DoYourPart.org Truck Series. There's been 5 different winners in 5 races so far. Terry, Herr, Kramer, Boundy. So far the winners. And there's a possibility for Hemstreet to make that 5 winners in 5 races. 2 by 2 with 15 to go. There's a... Kramer doesn't get off as quick as Hemstreet. Hemstreet has a run to turn 1. Kramer's going to have to drive it through 1 and 2 if he wants to keep the lead. Hemstreet clears him.
He clears him, and that's it right there. Kramer, I think, hit the wall. Here comes Kevin Ford now looking to his inside. Not going to make it happen right there at turn number 3. But here he comes now off at turn number 4. Kramer sliding back now side by side. That's for second here. Is now the 59 has now moved up into 4th place. He's looking for more.
Hemstreet way up the track in 2. The pack reels him in. Does Ford have anything for the 41? Ford's reeling him in. A race for the lead. 13 to go.
Here comes Kevin Ford right in his wheelhouse. Little shootout here. Here he comes now. He's dropped it down into turn number 1. You see him closing the gap there on pit exit, or on, excuse me, on corner exit now. He's now only 2 truck lengths behind the leader.
Hemstreet hasn't overdrove his truck not once tonight, but he's overdriving in 1 and 2, which is allowing Ford to reel him in. Ford down to 2 truck lengths on the front stretch.
Now 1 as they head back into turn number 1 here. Kevin Ford definitely corner exit is where he's making it from center off, and here he comes again now. He's all over the back bumper of Hemstreet now as they come to the line. This time we're going to have 11 laps to go.
What a run for the 32 on this set of tires. 11 laps to go, and it's kind of evened off now as Hemstreet maintains that 1 car length gap back to Kevin Ford.
Kramer able to maintain and hold that 3rd position. Thorndike looking on from behind, and so is Linden. Up front, though, Kevin Ford still trying to buy his time, maybe pick his spot, try to get around this 41. Hemstreet's been so smooth all night long, and off turn 4, he's still got the lead by 2.
Hemstreet able to put a little bit of distance between he and the 32 that time by. I think if Thorndike can get around the 6, he might be able to get up in there and battle with these guys as well. But he's got to get around Kramer first. Ford starting to fall back a little bit now. Hemstreet back in the rhythm. 9 to go.
Thorndike now, he's really on the bumper of the 6 truck now. Doesn't look like the 2 tires has hurt him too much, but that was probably Kramer's only chance to win this thing. But here he is, maintaining 3rd right now. Should be a top 5 finish for him.
So this will be a real good finish. Here comes Thorndike, peeks the nose of the inside of Kramer. Side by side they go for the 4th spot. 3rd spot, actually. Kramer in the wall. He spins. A crash on the back straightaway. Linden's involved. And we just took things, threw them into a bottle, and shook them up again. And the curse of the commentators again.
Oh, boy.
We can't even call the race. We just got to sit here and watch it.
Yep, just watch.
Don't mention
some
anybody.
hot dogs.
Some monster dogs.
Same vote.
Wow, what a bad break for Kramer and Linden. Both those guys were going to make up some really needed points on Brian Terry. Kramer sits tied for 2nd, actually, with Hemstreet and Herr heading into tonight's race. Now Boundy, who was way back in 12th, he's going to restart top 5 here. And Kevin Ford going to pick up some points as well. who was tied for 5th coming into tonight with Bounty.
Yeah, looks like everybody in the top 5 is going to have a good points night here, except for the point leader.
Yep. All right, so saw it on a restart earlier. Kevin Ford outside. Spun the tires, shook everything up. It's going to be on the outside of Hemstreet now. He has got to have the restart of his career if he wants a chance to win this race. We saw he was good on the short runs, but we'll have to wait and see what he can do on this restart. We're going to restart with less than we'll probably restart with 3 to go. Field heads through 3 and 4. This time by at the line for Corbin Hemstreet and Kevin Ford and the pace car. It's 5 to go at Dover. Boy, boy, boy. James Thorndike not going to be trapped behind Kramer. He's actually going to be right on the bumper of Hemstreet for this restart. So we'll have to see what Thorndike can do. Libby going to be 4th and Bounty going to restart 5th. Certainly want to thank everybody for tuning in with us tonight here on the Sim Racing Network. We'll hope you'll be back next week with us at Chicagoland for the DoYourPart.org Truck Series.
That should be a good race, man. That's a fantastic track for the trucks.
Great track, yep. So, lights out on the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car. 3 laps to go for the restart. Hemstreet Ford, Thorndike Libby, Bounty and Brunel. That's the top 3 rows. And things could get wild here on this restart, not going to lie.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Here we go. Pace car to pits. Who's gonna tame the monster named Miles here at Dover International Speedway? Ford pinches down Hemstreet. Green flag. Hemstreet gets a jump. Libby, the bumper to Ford. Thorndike gets a good jump on the inside, and to turn 1, they'll battle side by side for 2nd.
It's a great battle with Ford on the high side. Here he comes right now. There's Thorndike. He clears him. Now we got trouble in the back. This is going to end it.
A vicious crash for Ford, and there's Mylan Lacey. And Sean Bounty involved as well. Hemstreet wins it. Due to the iRacing.com Motorsport Simulations, the most realistic simulator in the world, not having green, white checkers, which is a normal day, everyday thing that happens in NASCAR. So Ford was looking for a good points day. Nope. Boundy, good points day. Nope. White flag
Brian
this
Terry,
time by.
good points day. Nope. Dave Camara, good points day. Nope.
White flag for Him Street.
Look at Thorndike, though. Got caught up in a wreck early on, fell to the back, worked his way back up front. A nice top 2 finish there for James Thorndike.
Yep, he was the guy that took no tires, stayed out, and was able to maintain, I think, 6th position, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. On a 30-lap run, he stayed out on 15, 20-lap old tires, so about 50 laps on a set of tires, and was able to maintain 6th.
He did a fantastic job, and that was probably the key to his race right there.
Yep. About a quarter of a mile left for Him Street. Ryan Libby had the get-together with Camara. He'll come home 3rd. Stefan Brunel comes home 4th. And Nicholas Orth, who has hit every inch of the wall, I think, tonight, is going to come home 5th. Checkered flag for Corbin Him Street. He wins the DoYourPart.org Truck Series race number 5 at Dover.
5 races this season, 5 different winners.
Yep. All in all, a good race. Started out with some green flag racing, and then at the end there, cautions, breed cautions. So we'll head to a quick commercial break, and after that we'll talk to the top 3. We're back here at the Sim Racing Network, and we're going to take a look at the Are You Kidding Me moment of the race, which happened on lap number 92, going to 93, when Kevin Ford spun the tires and really changed the face of the race and possibly the championship right there, all in one. Hemstreet was about the only driver to make it through without a scratch. That's tonight's moment, that Are You Kidding Me moment of the race. And now we'll head trackside to Andy Kessler, who is standing by with our third place finisher, Ryan Libby. Andy?
Yeah, that's right, Ben. I'm down here with the driver of the number 46 truck, Ryan Libby, the KFC Taco Bell machine. Had a great run there tonight. We're up front all night long, battled hard with some guys, got a little contact there with the 71 later on in the race. But overall, how'd you like the truck tonight, and how'd it work out for you? Obviously, you finished third.
Yeah, tonight was pretty good. Like you said, got into contact with David there. Once again, I apologize for that, but it's just one of those things. You do a bonehead move once in a while. So, yeah, we had a good truck, and it was a little tight, loose off, but kind of worked with it. Tried to stay out of trouble, but just glad to come home with a top 3.
Yeah, did a great job. A lot of cautions there towards the end. Had some long green flag runs there towards the middle part of that race. But overall, the track position game, only a couple guys tried some funny things as far as 2 tires or no tires or staying out. It didn't seem to work for those guys. Was your strategy all night just take 4, pit whenever the leaders pit?
Absolutely. There's been past seasons where sometimes 2 does work, but I knew here the tire wear was just so much. And I knew 4 was the way to go. So,
well, that's good, man. You did a great job here tonight. Solid run, top 3 finish. Anybody you'd like to thank for this one?
yep. Thanks a lot for the broadcast this evening, and thank you, Noble Motorsports, for putting this on. It's a great league.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, congratulations again, a third place finish. We're going to head to Victory Lane now. I believe Ben has caught up with this week's winner. He's made it 5 winners in 5 races so far this season.
There you go, and he's going to reel in Brian Terry quite a bit tonight. Closed in on the points. Corbin, front of the pack, was the place to be tonight.
Yeah, that's it's hard to get caught up in wrecks when you're running out front.
Certainly is. Talk about, obviously, you get the pole, and I think the furthest you fell back was maybe third. You said in your interview about the pole you wanted to stay up front, and like you said, that's what all the wrecks are happening behind you. Talk us through how the truck was tonight. It looked good and clean there. You didn't have to really battle anybody too much, or if you did, they used up their stuff real quick and you were able to get by them.
Yeah, Daniel put a little pressure on me early, but I knew coming out of those corners, like I said in the pre-race interview, if you don't know how to get out of those corners just right, you're just going to tear it up. And I think that's what he was doing. So after about 20 laps or so, I was just hitting my marks the whole time, and I'd slowly start pulling away. It was easy from there.
You're certainly going to... Oh, go on.
I was going to say, it was really fortunate the way the cautions fell and everything just worked out, too, for me to be able to stay up front. I think you're right. The first I ever restarted was second, and that caution just felt right for me. A lot of luck tonight.
Certainly did. Now you're going to close in on Terry B, probably within about 7-8 points of the points lead. We're 23 points heading into tonight. Do you kind of start taking it a little bit easier now that you've been able to catch him? Or are you still going to go after him and look to get into the lead before you start going a little bit on defense?
I think this season I've kind of gone into it just trying to take it nice and easy. I believe if I stay out of trouble, mostly don't do anything too risky, by the time I get to the last 2 or 3 races, I'll be right in the hunt, right where I need to be. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. It's worked so far. I got cut up in wreck at Charlotte, put me a little further back behind Terry than I would have liked. But I think if I just keep staying out of trouble, doing what I can, I think I should be all right.
Sounds good. Hey, if you ever need any tips, you can ask the Nationwide points leader over in the Nationwide series. I'm pretty sure he'd help you out.
Yeah, buddy. I saw you got that win. 2 in a row, Boomtown.
There you go. Corbin, who do you want to thank for the win tonight?
My team. You, Mitch, Jared. Jared had a really tough race, got damaged, really hung in there, almost got back to the top 10, but made a really good run. Frankie always helping up with my Twitch stream, and then you guys, SRN, doing an awesome job broadcasting.
All right, thank you very much, Corbin. Corbin Hemstreet, your winner tonight here in the DoYourPart.org Truck Series. And Andy, you saw a feature in the shot. Cisco told me we got the birds, but no green, white checkered.
We got the birds?
Got the birds.
I'm still waiting to see the airplane at Daytona. I still have yet to see that, man.
Let's run through the final finishing results. Corbin Hemstreet, of course, your winner. Thorndike came home second. Wasn't able to talk to him. He kind of ran off a little bit earlier. Ryan Libby comes home third. Stefan Burnell, good run for him. He comes home fourth. Nick Orth, fifth. Had a tough night. Didn't even qualify. Started 28th. Made it up to the top 5. Kevin Carr started 21st. Up to 6th. Chris Light was involved in a couple of cautions. Started 19th. He made it up to 7th. Rodney Kramer, so close to getting that top 3, top 5 finish. Had a late race mistake there. He finishes 8th. Justin Strump, first race here at Noble Motorsport. He comes home 9th. And Sean Boundy rounds out the top 10.
Somehow, Jared Como in the 10 truck flipped the truck, hit just about every wall, I think, out there. Was several laps down. He finishes on the lead lap in 11th. Kevin Ford had a great race going. He's going to come home 12th. 13th will be Kevin Linden. Mylon Lacey will finish 14th. Dave Camara 15th. The points leader, Brian Terry, had his worst finish of the season so far. He finishes 16th. 17th goes to Tyler Hurd. Daniel Eberhardt will finish 18th. 19th goes to Brett Sturgeon. And Julio Tizzato will come home 20th.
21st, give it to Rusty Farrell. Nate Shrito comes home 22nd. Stephen Pettit, 23rd. And Wallace Boyce rounds out the field in 24th. Like I said, it was a good race early on. Had some good green flag racing. And then about halfway, the cautions started to breed cautions. But overall, had some good battles for the lead, good battles for position. Had some action all over the track, a little bit of drama. And heading into next week, we're going to have a points race on our hands.
That we are. Chicago, I mentioned it earlier, great track for these trucks. Some wide sweeping corners, a lot of room to race, different lines to run. Trucks can get a little bit twitchy going off these corners too, up there at Chicago. So looking forward to a good race, and should be plenty of room, lots of green flag racing next week, hopefully. And these guys will put on a great show, I'm sure, as always. But yeah, looking forward to next week's race. And now with like you said, with the points kind of shrinking up there, with Brian Terry's woes here this evening, it's going to be a fantastic race to watch.
That it is. Can't forget the radio show next Tuesday night. We'll be live right here on the Sim Racing Network. We encourage you to join us. Race with us this Thursday in the Cup Series tomorrow night. Join us in the Dash Series on Sunday and on Monday in the Nationwide Series. And of course for the radio show next Tuesday. And we'll see you next time right here as far as race broadcasting goes on Wednesday for the trucks at Chicagoland. We head out of Dover with a new winner this season. That makes it 5 for 5. Andy, any final thoughts before we head out?
We had this last season, a lot of first-time winners last season, a lot of different winners last season, and we're seeing the same trend continue on here in the trucks. And it's just proven how competitive and how tough it is to get things done here. And you got to be really, really, really consistent week in and week out to have a chance at this title.
That you do. It's shaping up to be a good race for the championship here in the DoYourPart.org Truck Series. And we're glad you were a part of race number 5 with us here tonight on the Sim Racing Network. For Cisco Scaramuza, Andy Kessler, I am Ben Kilcrease. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Remember to check out the replay on YouTube. And remember, when you're out there on the roads, to put the phone down.